welcome to today's Pilates class. Today we have a pregnancy Pilates class with a focus on breathing. Before we start the class, as this class is aimed at pregnant women, although it is suitable for others as well, just wanted to mention a few things, 3 things. Number 1, please check with your midwife or your medical professional before you start this class. Number 2, please keep some water handy because we can get dehydrated very quickly and easily in pregnancy. Number 3, please have your window open so you don't get hot and feel dizzy. And finally, if you find anything too strenuous or difficult, you can always pause and take a breather. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So, feet together, open them out into a V, and then heels in line to join. Unlock the knees, roll the shoulders up, back and down, lengthening through the back of the neck, and imagine the head floating up, being pulled up by a helium balloon, the string of a helium balloon. Great. And let's start with some nice, slow, big, deep breaths. And 2 more. Let's start with the dumbwaiter. So bend your elbows to 90 degrees with your palms facing up, and we glide the palms away from each other. And back in. Slowly glide the palms away from each other, back in. Breathing out for the movement and back in. Out for the movement and back in. Breathing out and back in. Gently sliding our palms away from each other. Brilliant. This exercise is great for training upright posture, and posture becomes even more important in pregnancy. And let's take that a step further for our Cleopatra. So this time we take our palms out, we take them to the sides, palms down, palms up, fold back in. Let's go again. Reach to the walls, palms down, palms up, fold back in. Reaching to the sides, palms down, palms up, fold back in. Palms down, palms up, fold back in. Palms down, palms up, fold back in. Well done, you're doing really good. Palms down, palms up, fold back in. Excellent. Last one here. Oh, clicks. And arms by our side. Let's open out so we've got a wider stance. And our feet are at 10 to 2 on a clock and wider than hip distance as we prepare for squats. Now these are our plie squats, so we are opening out through the hips for these squats. So we breathe in to prepare and breathe out as we squat down. Coming up and down. Up and down. slow, steady, controlled squats. Breathing out for the squat and back in. Slow, steady, controlled. Well done. Always using your breath to support you. And this time, when we go down, we're going to stay down in our squat and do some heel lifts. Now, I want us to think about our pelvic floor. Pelvic floor becomes even more important in pregnancy, and it's talked about a lot. So, we want to think about the gentle engagement of the pelvic floor, and imagine you're in an elevator and you're travelling up to the 3rd floor. So just make that movement, gentle movement, and then relax. And we'll just do 3 of those. Last one. Perfect. Now we've got the movement, we'll squat down, engaging that pelvic floor, holding it, peel one heel up, down, the other heel up, down, and come up. Excellent. This time when we go down, we'll try 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Breathing in to prepare. Breathing out as you engage. Take one heel up, down. The other heel up, down. One heel up, down. The other heel up, down. And come up. Okay, so you might start to feel it now. We're going to do this up to 4. So we squat down, engaging the pelvic floor as we raise one heel up and down. The other heel up and down. Left heel up, down. Right heel up, down. One more on each side, almost there, using the breath, and come up. Perfect. Last set, so we'll be doing 4 rounds this time. So we breathe in to prepare, out, as we squat down and engage. Heel up, down, up, down, heel up, down, up, down. Round 3, well done. Final round, heel up, down, and come up. Well done. Let's bring our heels in, and we'll now come down onto the mat into our side line, but let's do a roll down. So drop your chin towards your chest, slowly, gently rolling down, one vertebra at a time, rolling down. And then just letting your arms become heavy and sway side to side. And then we tuck the tailbone under as we come up, rolling the shoulders up, back and down, correcting our posture. Let's go again. Drop the chin towards the chest, slowly roll down. gliding your fingertips down. And let's do 2 deep breaths at the bottom. And we come up, taking the shoulders up, back, down. This time when we come down, we'll come to lying on our side. So drop the chin towards the chest and roll down, peeling down 1 vertebra at a time. Letting your arms become heavy, and we'll do 3 big deep breaths here. And we'll come to lying on our side. Okay, so let's get into position for our clams. So we have our arm outstretched long, and then a pillow, a thin pillow ideally, just underneath our ear. And then we want our feet in line with the end of the mat, so that your feet are in line with your hips and your shoulders. Okay. And we want to try and create a small gap underneath here if we can, just by pushing the top hip out. Brilliant. Excellent. And now we're going to do the clams, level 1 and 2. This is really good for if you've had any knee pain, and it's good for waking up our hips. Okay, so we can place the hand here for support in the beginning, which is what I would advise. And your heels are together, and then you open out like you're opening a gate. Gently lifting one leg away from the other. And you should feel that movement in your bottom. So we're breathing in and out as we open. In and out as we open. Relaxing the shoulder. Breathing out as we open. Gliding one knee away from the other. Keeping the heels connected. And last 2, last 1. Now let's take that a step further and lift the heels into the air. If you want to continue at level 1, that's absolutely fine, but for those who want an extra challenge, let's go up to level 2. And we open and close. Breathing out as we open and close. Some of you may even find it easier to be at level 2, but to be resting your feet on a cushion. That's also an option. You will find that you can open more in this position. That's normal. Last 2, last 1, well done, and gently down. Now let's straighten up both legs. It's funny now because I can't see my feet, and normally I'd say, oh, you'll be able to see your feet. You won't be able to see your feet if you're pregnant because you've got your belly in the way. But we want our feet in line with our hips, in line with our shoulders, as we prepare for our lift and lower. So one hand out in front to support. If you are one of my experienced viewers, then I would suggest hand on the hip. And we glide one leg up and down, floating the top leg up and down. So we point with the toe as we come up, flex the foot as we come down, and we're engaging our pelvic core throughout to maintain that balance. And remember what I always say, it's not about how high you can take the leg up, but how far you can control the movement. So if you notice that you're shaking, you're going up too high, and just go down lower. Last two, last one. Well done. And now we want to do an exercise for our hips, which will help with walking. And for this, if you want the extra challenge, you can stay in this position. But for the pregnant woman, I would advise bending the bottom leg. And then we prepare for our one leg circle. So we just do small circles. Pick a direction, any direction, and we're just circling. Pointing with the toe, keeping the core engaged. So drawing that pelvic floor up. Well done. And that will help with balance. And in the other direction. Remember, you can always place your hand down for support. Three more circles. 2 and 1. Well done. Give your bottom a tap. Some good work there. Let's even ourselves out and do the other side. Very careful with our movements and with our bump. Actually, let's have some water. So back into the position for our clams. Okay, pushing that hip out, arm out in front for support, heels together, just opening out like a gate, floating that top leg away, breathing out for the movement. And hip pain is common in pregnancy, so this sideline series will really help with any hip pain you're experiencing, and it's also very good for all the side sleeping. Well done. Last 3, 2 and 1. So let's go to level 2, float both feet into the air, and we open, back down, open and back down. Remembering to engage the pelvic floor, you can try by just drawing your belly button in to get that gentle engagement. Slow and steady. Last 3, 2 and 1. Well done. And let's straighten both legs. For our lift and lower. So we float the top leg up, flex the foot down, point with the toe up and down. Point with the toe as we come up and down, all the while lengthening keeping the core engaged, which will help with our balance. Brilliant, you're doing really, really well. 2 more. Well done. Okay, now we take the leg out in front for our circles. So we're circling. The movement's coming from our hip, not from our ankles, from our hip. You can always place your hand down for support if you feel you're rocking. And in the other direction, engaging the core and using your breath. The breath will always support you. Brilliant. Last 2 circles. Perfect. Give that bottom a tap. Okay, now let's come onto all fours gently. Pillow to the side, and we'll come onto all fours. Now, we want our hands below our shoulders and our knees below our hips. This position is generally recommended in pregnancy because it's a safe position, and I do try and do this series of exercises most days. So let's start with our cat and camel poses. So we breathe in to prepare and out as we take our gaze up and down. And as we take our gaze towards our toes, we're taking our belly in and drawing in. And then breathing out for our cat pose. And then well done. Holding it, take a breath in and out. Last one here. Well done. Resting in the middle. Let's do our downward dog. Now the downward dog is a brilliant position in pregnancy because it helps to encourage the baby to be in the right position for labour, and it prevents the breech position. So we tuck our toes under, and then we come into our downward dog, and let's press one heel down, the other heel down. One heel down, the other heel down. And we're just pedaling, walking through, and this should feel like a really lovely calf stretch. Really lovely calf stretch. And just start walking your hands back. Well done. And your heels may or may not touch the mat. No worries if they don't. Well done. Couple more. And then we slowly come back up into standing. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Okay. Let's cool down. Let's do some upper body reaches. So we take both arms up, and then we reach up with one hand and relax down. Reaching up with the other hand, relaxing down. Up and down. And this is to stretch out our upper back. And I sometimes even do this exercise sitting on the yoga ball. Well done. Reaching up and relax. Taking both arms round and circling. Let's come into prayer for our spine twist. So keeping our hips facing forwards, let's rotate round. Take a breath in and see if you can go round a bit further and then coming back. The other side. Breathing in and out. In and out as we return. Let's do one more on each side. Rotating round, keeping those hips facing forward. Breathing in. Out to extend further. Pushing with that elbow and coming round. Breathing in and out. Keeping the hips facing forward. One last breath and out. And coming back. Well done. Thank you everybody for watching today's class, and I hope you enjoyed it. My top tip would be if you're in the early stages of pregnancy and you're still suffering with nausea or vomiting, something that I found really helped me in the first trimester with the nausea, especially when I was trying to brush my teeth in the morning, it would be the area would be aggravated and I'd feel quite nauseous. Using the breath with good breath work, I found that it was much more manageable. So when you get that nauseous feeling, bringing it back to the breath and just doing a couple of deep inhales really helped me. So try and give that a go this week, and thank you again for watching the class. I hope you